BKAMK2013 I will present our topic selected, which is on benefit and advantages of activity-based costing, referred to a fresh book article. But before we go further, do you even concern about what is activity-based costing? Let me explain in general what is the function of ABC. According to an article generated by the Fresh Book, in a simple term, activity-based costing helps you see how your product and services related to your overhead costs. This method will include indirect costs such as salaries, utilities, and so on to make more accurate financial planning and strategic pricing plan for their costing of services and the product. So today, let us explore the benefit and advantages of the activity-based costing for the companies. So the first benefit that we're going through is ABC makes indirect costs traceable. Using the ABC model, you can attribute indirect costs like depreciation or utilities to a certain activity. This helps you quantify those costs more accurately as you begin to see how they relate to each individual service or product. Now, in the most traditional costing system, indirect costs are lumped together and spread across all the product using a simple formula, like a mission hour or maybe a labor time. But the problem is, those broad averages don't reflect reality. ABC changed that. It tracks indirect costs to a specific activity that actually consumes them. For example, if you're spending a lot of electricity, ABC can help you see which activity are responsible. Let's say you have two products. Product A uses energy with an intensive machine, while product B is assembled by hand or manual with a minimum equipment. The traditional costing might assign equal utility cost to both, but with ABC model, you can trace most of the electric cost to a product A because that where the actual usage happen. This makes your cost data far more accurate and key for the pricing, budget, and improving efficiency. So instead of seeing indirect costs as a mysterious overhead bucket, ABC shows you exactly where they go and how they impact each product or services. The second benefit of ABC is that ABC informs pricing strategies. ABC offers valuable insights to help companies better manage and plan their pricing strategy. When the companies use ABC, they gain a clearer picture of what they actually cost to produce and sell each product. Now, let's make a real quick example. Imagine a company that makes two similar products, where product A uses a basic model, but the product B consumes more activity like special setup for production, which require more overhead costs. In the traditional costing system, overhead might just be divided evenly between both products, so they look similar in cost. But with ABC, the company sees that product B is using way more resources. It's not just the material, it's the extra activity driving up the cost. Now here's where it gets interesting. With that insight, the company realized that they've been underpricing product B along the journey, and they're losing money on every sale. Using ABC, they adjust the price of the product B to reflect its true cost, and finally start making a profit on it. At the same time, they notice that product A has been carrying too much overhead. With that corrected, they can lower the price slightly to stay competitive without hurting the margins. In short, ABC helps you price not just to sell, but to succeed. Let's proceed with another major benefit of activity-based costing, which is help pinpoint activities that don't add value. Cutting out activities and insufficient processes that don't add value help you to save your business money. It also helps you rethink your business strategy and enhance some process improvement. Here how it works. ABC involves identifying every activities involved in producing a product or delivering a service. We're talking about things like setup, inspection, rework, handling, even the internal reporting. Each of these activities get tracked and their costs are assigned to a product accordingly. Now, once you have the visibility, something powerful happens. You start to see which activity are driving up the cost without necessarily improve the product. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are running a furniture manufacturing business. ABC revealed that a lot of money is being spent on the re-inspecting finished table because the initial inspection often miss small issue. Then the re-inspection don't add the value. It just fits something that you shouldn't be caught on the first time. This kind of insight can transform your business strategy. It shifts your mindset from how do we this do cheaper to how do we do this smarter. In short, ABC don't just help you track your costs. It helps you challenge them. It gives you the data to streamline operation, cut your waste, and improve the performance across the board. And lastly, one of the most eye-opening benefits of activity-based costing, or ABC, is that help you pinpoint unprofitable product. You might discover that one particular product costs way more to produce than you thought. Now, if the selling price still covers those costs and give you a healthy profit, it's great. But if it doesn't, you got a problem there. Let me give you an example. Let's say you run a bakery. You offer a custom design cake that takes hours to decorate, require premium ingredient, and involve special delivery. ABC shows that the true cost of making the delivery cake is $75, but you only charge $70. And now you have a few options. You could try to raise the price by risking in losing the customer. Or you could look at cutting or streamlining some activity, maybe simplify the design of batch delivery. Or if the product isn't sustainable, you might need to stop offering it altogether. And that's the hard truth ABC help you face. By identifying and acting on that information, you're not just saving money, you are protecting your margin and focusing on what actually works. It's about making smarter decisions and putting your time, energy, and money where it counts most. In conclusion, all these benefits and advantages of activity-based costing is a powerful tool for businesses aiming to manage costs more effectively and make smarter financial decisions. We already believe that ABC makes indirect cost traceable. ABC provide a clearer picture of where the resources are truly being used. It also support more accurate and profitable pricing strategy, help businesses improve margin and reduce underpricing. Beyond cost accuracy, ABC help identifying activities that don't add value, promoting process improvement and operational efficiency. Most importantly is highlight unprofitable product or services, allowing companies to take corrective action. Overall, ABC equip business with an insight that they need to operate leaner, more strategically, and more profitably in today's competitive environment. Thank you, and that's all from me.
Okay, hi. Assalamualaikum. I'm 306-605 Muhammad Shafiq Brusli. In my turn, I will also talk about the ABC, or also known as activity-based costing. So what is the ABC? Based on my slide, ABC is a process of calculating the cost of product that accounts for indirect costs. So that means ABC is about calculation of the cost, but specific in that indirect cost. As we know, in the manufacturing, we have a two costing, which is a direct cost and indirect cost. But do you know what the difference between this cost? So direct cost is a cost directly involved into the production. For example, direct material such as fabric, steels, and wood. And if you not pay the direct cost, your production cannot be run. While indirect cost is a costing that directly involved into the production. For example, factory rent and salary manager. So that's mean if you not pay the indirect cost, your production is still can run, but maybe face some little problem. Okay, next. Process of tracking resource use and pricing to find output to assign specific resource to object. So easy to say, from the ABC you can determine the resources that involved into production. So that is, and help to track if the cost increase, help the leader to make manufacturing strategy and get information of pricing. So that's mean from the ABC, team leader will know what the reason if the cost increase. So from that, team leader can make a strategy or plan to decrease the costing and increase the pricing. So ABC is very helpful to the team leader to make a strategy and planning about the production. Now, okay, hi. I will talk about the benefits and advantage of ABC. As you can see, I have write down for the advantage and benefits about ABC. So we'll go one by one, but in a short, okay? So the first one, this first one is talk about is to give you a realistic and more accurate production cost of a specific item. So what does it mean? Realistic means a manager can get more accurate cost, help business find the cheaper method of help business find a cheaper method of production, help producer to determine which product to produce, and help determine pricing of for customers. So what does it mean? So that's mean by the ABC team leader to the production, even manager can know the accurate cost. So from that, if they find the cost production is increase, so they can find a cheaper one to reduce the production cost. Besides, by the ABC, they can determine which product want to produce. If the product is not valuable, so they will stop the production. Sorry, the first one. And for the second one is, okay, for the second one is say, it's allow you to evaluate the efficiency of production and make improvement. So easy to say, manager can assign a value to indirect costs, treating them as if they were direct costs. and can make improvement by each activity by breaking down in each activity. So, easy to say, number two is talk about by the ABC, production and team leader can make improvement the activity by breaking each activity. So if they found the poor in the activity, so they can make improvement to become better. And the number three is say, all right, for the number three, is to give you a more accurate data for profit margin. So the explanation is can help with improve profit margin, help business to reduce or transfer production costs. If they want to improve profit margin even further with effective pricing strategies, producer can remove product that are little profitable or less value. Easier to value product that use necessary resources. So what I understand about the number three is all about by the ABC we can control the profit margin. So if you want to hide the profit margin, you can eliminate the no value or less value product. So it's same like number one. Okay. So when you evaluate the less value product, so you can focus on the high value product. So you can push the profit margin to the high. In fact, you can also to know which product have a value have not sorry which product with product have not a much value on the product but use more resources, so they can reduce resources and push the resources to the high value product. And that's the number three. And the number four is all about, okay, for the number four is allow you to assign specific overhead costs to be a more expensive product. The explanation is can allocate the necessary budget in each area and help with identify costs that apply to more than one tools of manufacturing product, which can make the resources more valuable. So that's all the benefits and advantage of the ABC. Okay, in the conclusion of ABC. So ABC is a method that assigns overhead costs to products and services based on the actual activity and resources they use. It's provide more accurate cost information by recognize the different product and consume and the different amount of direct costs, indirect resources. In fact, ABC is very useful for to a big company because they have a large overhead cost. To conclude is ABC very helps in understand the true cost of each product or services, make a better pricing, budgeting, and process improvement and decisions, identify and eliminate inefficient and unnecessary activity. Like I said in the benefits, advantage, and in the introduction, ABC is very useful for the team production or team leader, manager, and producer, because from there they can know the budgeting, they can know the accurate cost. So by the accurate cost, they can plan the budgeting and they can expect the profit margin, and they can eliminate the no value product or which product have a high value product. They can push the resources, and if and for the less value product, they can for the less value product but use a higher resources, they can uh, less the resources for the less value product. So that's all the ABC about. So ABC is very useful for the trade production and manager to expect the profit margin and budget the cost. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today, I will be presenting on the benefit and advantages of activity-based costing with insight from a case study on its implementation in the Accountant General's Department of Malaysia. My name is Aminah Najwa binti Zulkarnain. My matric number is 307390, and this presentation will explore how ABC enhances cost management, efficiency, and decision making in public sector organizations. First, what is activity-based costing? ABC is a modern costing method that assigns costs to activity based on their actual consumptions of resources. Rather than using broad average like traditional costing system, it provides a more accurate way to track expenses, especially in a complex organization with multiple services. In the public sector, ABC has been adopted as a part of new public management reforms which aim to improve efficiency and accountability by applying private sector techniques. The AGD's experience offers valuable lessons on both the advantage and challenges of ABC implementations. Let's look at the key benefit of ABC. as highlighted in the AGD case study. First, more accurate and detailed cost information. Unlike traditional costing, ABC Pricely traces cost to specific activities. Second is improved resource allocations. It helps identify underutilized resources and inefficiencies. Third, enhance cost awareness and accountability. Link costs to departments and activity fostering responsibility. Fourth, support for performance evaluations. Enable comparison between branches or services. Lastly, identification of known value-added activities that reveals wasteful processes that can be eliminated or improved. Next, we will explore each of these in more detail. One of the biggest advantages of ABC is its ability to provide detailed and accurate cost data. Traditional costing methods like the micro-accounting system used earlier by the AGD often rely on broad allocations which can distort true costs. ABC, however, breaks down costs by activities, such as processing payments, preparing financial statements, or advisory services, and assigns expenses based on actual resource usage. For example, the AGD found that ABC gave them clearer insights into how different activities contribute to overall costs, allowing for better financial planning. Next, ABC helps organizations optimize resource allocations. By identifying which activities consume the most resources, manager can redistribute staff, budgets, and efforts more effectively. In the AGD's case, ABC revealed inefficiencies in staff workloads. Some employees were underutilized, while others were overburdened. Using ABC data, the AGD restructured tasks and implemented job rotations, leading to better workforce efficiency. Another major benefit is increased cost awareness and accountability. Since ABC link costs directly to departments and activities, employees and managers become more conscious of spending. At the AGD, ABC reports were used to compare costs across different branches. Managers could see which branches operate more efficiently and which needed improvement. This transparency encouraged a culture of cost control and responsibility. ABC also support performance evaluations by tracking cost per activity. Organization can benchmark different units or services. For instance, the AGD used ABC data to assess which branches delivered similar services at lower cost, while this wasn't yet tied to formal rewards. It provides a foundation for future performance-based management. Let's benefit. ABC implementation on isn't without challenges. The AGD faced first technical difficulties, staff resistance due to lack of familiarity with ABC, and limited strategic use. All of the challenges highlight the need for proper training, strong leadership, and clear communication on when adopting ABC. To summarize, ABC offers significant advantage, including accurate costing, better resource allocation, and improved accountability. The AGD's experience show that while ABC can enhance efficiency, its success depends on addressing technical and behavioral challenges. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Safia Maisara binti Muhammad Nazim, matric number 306958. Today, I'll be talking about a journal article by Desni Kanaya about activity-based costing. Is it a tool for a company to achieve competitive advantage? ABC is a powerful tool that has changed the way companies understand and manage their costs. Unlike traditional costing systems that often distribute overhead randomly, ABC link costs directly to the specific activities that generate them. This approach is especially valuable in today's competitive and globalized business environment, where accurate cost information can be the key to strategic decision making and maintaining a competitive edge. Let's explore how ABC benefits businesses and why it might be the right choice for organizations aiming to improve efficiency and profitability. ABC brings several key advantages over traditional costing. First, improved cost accuracy. ABC traces overhead and indirect costs to the actual activities performed, giving a more precise picture of what it truly costs to produce each product or service. This helps avoid the cost distortion often seen with traditional methods. Second, better decision making. Managers can see which activities drive costs and which products or services are truly profitable. This helps in making informed decisions about pricing, outsourcing, product mix, and process improvement. Third, identification of non-value adding activities. ABC exposed inefficiency by showing which process consume resources without adding much value. This insight can drive process improvements and cost reduction. Number 4, enhance strategic planning. With more accurate data, companies can align their strategies with actual performance. For example, they can better evaluate customer profitability or redesign product line based on real cost behavior. And the last one is number 5, support continuous improvement. ABC encouraged an ongoing review of business activities and their related costs, helping firms adapt and stay competitive in changing market. So, in conclusion, activity-based costing offers a more reliable and insightful way to manage costs. It doesn't just give numbers, but it gives meaning to those numbers by connecting them to real business activities. By adopting ABC, companies can make smarter decisions, eliminate waste, and ultimately gain a competitive advantage. As markets become more complex, the ability to understand where money is truly going become not just helpful, but essential. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. Today I will be presenting a review of an article about advantages and suitability of the activity-based costing method, a study from engineering industry by Lenka Hudakova-Stasova. But let me introduce myself first. My name is Siti Nur Afrika Betty Johari, metric number 307386. Firstly, the article focuses on the costing method used in companies in the engineering sector by comparing traditional costing method and activity-based costing method, which is ABC. But what is ABC? ABC is a method used to allocate indirect costs based on actual activities and resources usage, thus offering a more accurate cost assessment than a traditional costing method. Let's go through to the key benefits of ABC. Number 1, more accurate cost allocation. ABC allows companies to determine the cost of services or product by allocating the overhead costs based on actual activities, compared to traditional costing method that use the estimated overhead rates to determine the overhead cost. This estimated may not reflect the resource consumption. Secondly, improves the quality of services by identify and eliminate the inaccuracies and shortcomings from the traditional costing method. The companies can reduce waste and more concentrate on activities that contribute real value and leading to greater operational efficiency. Number 3, support strategic pricing. With accurate cost data, management can set the product or services price based on actual cost. With ABC method, also can help the company to improve the ability to compete efficiently in the market. ABC can be used in environment with diverse products and services processes. The company with variety of products and services may face a constraint to identify costs. So the ABC method can help the company to identify which activities consume the most resources, then assign those costs specifically to the production, products or services that actually include in those activities. This approach also can help the company to avoid cost distortion. Lastly, improve decision making. ABC provides detailed and relevant cost information that can help the management to to make the strategic decision and also can help to allocate resources efficiently. Let's go. Even though this article emphasizes benefits of ABC such as enhanced cost accuracy, it is also stated that the companies perceive its time-consuming nature of the method as a significant disadvantage of the ABC implementation. However, the company agreed that ABC helped management to understand which product consumes the most resources and help the management to consume resources optimally. In conclusion, this study shows that ABC is more suitable than a traditional costing method, especially in complex engineering environment. ABC provides more accurate cost information by tracing actual resource usage through activities, and last but not least, it can help the company to make a better decision.